So this was a hard question for me. We know immediately here we have our 3, 4, 5 triangle. So AB is 5. I just need to estimate AP and BQ. And so what I did was I drew this line here, which is also the radius, so that's 5. Now I can use the triangle inequality to say AP has to be greater than the difference of the two other sides, which is 5 minus 4, and has to be less than their sum. So I knew AP has to be greater than 1, less than 9. And then same thing I did here is that O to Q is 5. And that means BQ, this length here, because that's 3 meters. BQ again has to be greater than the difference between these two, which is 2, and less than their sum. What that means is that AP plus BQ has to be greater than 3. Note AB is 5, so I know PQ has to be greater than 8. That's the lower limit for these two segments here. And then 5 we already know. So it has to be, the answer has to be greater than 8. There's only one choice here, and that's how I actually did it under test conditions, timing myself. Clearly I was lucky here that there was only one choice that was greater than 8. And this is probably all I would have done under exam conditions. When I went back and tried to do it, actually calculate that length, I did have trouble with this question. So this is an example of a question that I should probably be skipping. And so you should also try to develop your sense for the questions that, just become a time sink. Now, having thought through about this question, this is really just about drawing this altitude. And we can find this because now I have, these are all similar triangles. And if that's theta, this is 90 minus theta. And you can use similarity. Or another way is, if we look at the triangle AOB, its area is half base times height. And that should be the same if we're looking at from this end. That's 5, half base. And let's call this OX is the altitude. So I can find the altitude that way too. It's 12 over 5 or 2.4. So I know this is 2.4. And if I connect these two, that's 5. And I can figure out PX. This is our right triangle. So PX square plus 2.4 square is equal to 5 square. So PX is, let me just use the calculator here. Which is 25 minus 2.4 square, which is 5.76. This is square here. I get 19.24. And let's see. And then I just have to take the square root of that, which means PX is 4.38 or approximately 4.4. You would get the same thing for this length QX because that's the radius 5. And in any case, when you draw a perpendicular to the chord, these two segments are equal. So it's going to be twice that, which is 8.8. And that's the answer. But I wasn't able to do it. I mean, I was drawing all sorts of different triangles, looking for similarity, but this didn't click. And so, in my opinion, it's a hard question, but maybe it's not because perhaps people are able to see this link. And as I said, under exam conditions, I mean, this is kind of how I went about it. Got lucky. Of course, if this was a type in the answer choice question, then I won't get it. Or if there was another answer choice, say 8.4 in there, I won't be able to distinguish between those two. So, matter of luck here. But it is a hard question. The answer is A.